Hello and welcome to the last weather update of 2022. It's almost 9 o'clock and we have dense fog. I wasn't even thinking of doing a weather update, but I figured let me do one last one for the year 2022 here. And we are dealing with dense fog, and we have a dense fog advisory in effect until 6 a.m. Sunday. And you're noticing the fog out there all day long. This is what it looked like tonight. And you can see visibility was down to about a quarter of a mile. You could barely see the other end of the platform here in Belmore. So I kind of took these pictures to show you and illustrate you again how thick that fog is. Look at that. That's some pretty thick pea soup fog out there. And again, depending on where you were, the visibility might have even been less than that. Let's take a look at some of the observations. We'll go with we can actually start with Shirley. We'll do Islip 52. All right, the visibility is up to 1 mile, but it was as low as a quarter of a mile earlier on. You can see dew point 52. So you got this moist air. The ground is cool. Air is reaching its dew point, and thus you've got fog. And you can see here some very low visibilities here. Look at that, 0.12. Right around 6 o'clock, it was down as low as 0.12. So yeah, that's some pretty low visibility there, and that's going to cause probably delays at airports. So we can check out JFK as well. See JFK. Let's see what they're at 3/4 of a mile visibility now, but earlier they may have been less. When the rain occurred, it stirred things up a little bit, knocked the fog off, and we had a couple of showers. Look at that. They were as low as 0.06. So that's literally almost no visibility. 0.06 of a mile visibility at JFK. That's what happens when you take humid air and you put it over cold ground. That is exactly what happens. I'm noticing warmer temperatures in Jersey. It's still in the upper 50s there. I see some upper 50s there, so 58 over there. And I have a feeling the fog isn't as bad either as a result of that. Let's see. Oh, they don't have that one doesn't report visibility, right? Because not all these are airports. Okay, so let's look at the highs today and the amount of rain that we've gotten so far. Look at that. Hit 60 in New Jersey again. Got up to 60 there. Here in the mid-50s, but very, very muggy. Very humid. Very unusual to see this kind of humidity around in the end of December as we wrap up 2022. What a way to wrap up 2022. Well, it still got down to 34 in the morning at West Hampton and 30s. So there was some radiational cooling early this morning on Long Island. However, Jersey did not get into any of that. Well, I see a 38 there, so got a little bit of it, I guess. But there you go. Let's look at the radar right now. And you can see all the rain that we're dealing with right now here. And we've got plenty of rain around here. And it looks like there's some heavier rain that is off to the west. Yes, so the rain is going to get heavy in the next couple of hours here. There's definitely looks like some heavy rain now. This is the warm sector, so we're kind of entering the warm sector. So you can see it almost looks like a thunderstorm over here around Delmarva, heading toward Ocean City. Could be a severe thunderstorm area, perhaps. Let's see if there's any lightning with any of this. So it's an active night tonight. Not seeing any lightning strikes, but that looks like some pretty heavy rain for sure. I'm wondering if there are any warnings up for that particular stretch. So I'm going to just go down there and see. I don't see any warnings up there, but we do have the dense fog advisory. That is definitely up and will be with us again because of the just extremely humid conditions. Here's the other radar loop that we have, and you can see again, there's that heavy rain. So we're going to start getting to some of that heavy rain. The rain has been very light so far, but now it's going to start to become heavier as the day goes on. So let's take a look at our models here. We'll just look at the HRRR, latest HRRR. And you'll see that rain continues here, and it's really not going to wrap up until probably after like 1 a.m. or so. So, yeah, after the ball drops, that's when the rain will stop, and then conditions will dry out. And then we'll have a dry day tomorrow as well as Monday. We'll have a dry day as well. So we'll have 2 dry days, at least 2 dry days. We can string together 2 dry days in a row, which would be nice. But there is a lot of moisture in the air. And again, if you look at these dew points, you'll see here dew points into the 50s. Very moist air. And we're going to deal with this humidity until we get to around 3 or 4 in the morning, and then the wind shifts to the west. And that's going to bring in drier air for tomorrow, which should hopefully get rid of the clouds, and we could have some sunshine. And we stick with the dry air into Monday as well. But you'll notice as we get toward Monday night, you start seeing the moisture creep up again as we deal with the next rain risk, which we'll talk about more on Monday night. because tomorrow I'm not going to be doing the weather update. I'm going to be off that day. Right, there's nothing really that I need to talk about for tomorrow. I don't want to do weather updates every night, but I felt tonight I had to because of the fog and the heavy rain that's coming. So temperatures aren't going to drop very much tonight, and tomorrow we're going to have highs probably in the 50 to 55 degree range. Tomorrow night, though, it will be cooler. Lows will drop into the 30s. And then for Monday, it will still be mild. Mid-50, probably low 50s on Long Island, possibly closer to 60 in New Jersey. But the good news is we will see the sun. So let's look at the RGM model here, and you will see that we will get rid of these clouds. And we should get rid of these clouds, and we should have a mostly sunny day tomorrow. Actually, this is indicating a mostly sunny day. For Monday, we're going to be dealing with more of the high clouds, though there'll still be sunshine. So let's look at some of the other models here that we can use for cloud cover. FV3, and I don't have enough of the 0Z, and that's kind of an old run. I really don't want to use that. The only other one I can use on here is the NAM, which at least we have an 18Z run. NAM not as quick to get rid of the clouds. Well, it still gets rid of the clouds tomorrow. Especially, it does get rid of the clouds. So, but Monday we'll definitely be dealing with more of those high clouds. I can also look at the Ventus sky as well, and we can look at that as well. For tomorrow, 9 a.m., you could see a few clouds around, but it looks like to me that it would be mostly sunny. But there is a lot of moisture on the ground, so that's why I'm a little hesitant to say mostly sunny. We have a lot of pop-up clouds. We'll have to see how the day turns out. But it will be mild, and it will be somewhat breezy, but it won't be, like I said, it'll be a lot better than today. Today really was a gloomy, depressing, foggy, miserable way to end 2022. Well, a fitting end to what I think was a pretty miserable year. So, thank you for watching, and Happy New Year.